What's good? I'm Day. I want to talk about artificial intelligence today. Uh, yeah, this isn't some rant about like how I hate AI. I don't fuck with AI, but too many people have given takes about their opinion on that. Okay, great. Some people hate it, some people love it, some people are mixed. Whatever, whatever, bro. What I'm here to talk about is how I'm not threatened by it at all, and you shouldn't be either if you're a human being watching this. I don't know if there's other beings watching it. I can't speak for your alien ass. I'm talking to humans. You see, AI very simply could just never be a human. Like it never can. No matter how many things it can do that are human like, what it can't do is self actualize. It can't. It can even, let's play devil's advocate right now. Let's say that AI actually develops consciousness like it does in the movies a lot of times, right? Like Sonny from iRobot or something. Like it still can't self actualize because it is not a human being. It doesn't have a universe within it that has a higher calling where it can tap into a deeper level of not understanding because it can understand things. It's smarter than human beings in many ways because it's a computer and it has access to information at any time. You know what I mean? Like all information, it could just like do it within a snap of a finger. That's far smarter than any of us, okay? We have to submit to that. That's fine. But um, just because you're smarter doesn't mean that you're a human. It doesn't. It doesn't mean that you understand what's truly inside of you and then you can use what's truly inside of you in order to shift the world profoundly. It can't realize who it is and what its purpose is in the grand scheme of the universe. It can't. Like we know who the designers of AI are. It's human beings. Humans have been questioning if we're designed and who we're designed by for the longest. And a lot of people like to have conclusions about that, thinking that they know, but no, that's not true. Humanity and life in general is like very similar to the analogy of the blind men and the elephant. If you haven't heard that analogy, it's been said in many different ways. I have one variation. If you want to correct me in my comments about it, please feel free to because I love to like learn. But basically, you have, a few blind men, a group of blind men, and they're all analyzing an elephant. And one is, at the back leg on the right, other one at the left. Same with the front legs, two at the front. And then somebody's at the trunk, somebody's at the tail. Maybe somebody's like, at the dick or something like my bad, I'm immature. Somebody is at the ear. And as they're feeling it and they're giving a description of what it is, somebody at the trunk or at the dick might say, this is a snake, right? It's an anaconda or something. They might freak out. Somebody else might be like, this is a tree. This is a tree that breathes, based off of like, the texture of the elephant's skin and so on. Just different descriptions of it. They're all describing an elephant. Even the ones who say it's a snake, like they're still describing an elephant because an elephant's trunk is like a snake. They're not wrong. But they only have one angle that they're able to perceive. That's humanity when it's trying to address the description of a god, if there is one. You can't even touch it though. It's not a physical concept. The only time that you can really touch it and see it and all that good stuff is probably when you're looking at another human being and interacting with them on a very intimate level and from afar. Like that's probably as close to a god that you get, right? That's probably as close to a god that you get. So I like to analyze other humans in order to realize what a god could potentially be if there is one. Artificial intelligence, when you analyze that, has nothing to do with that. It's not a human. It's not meant to be a human. It was built by humans to complete tasks more efficiently for human beings. Now, how that's being conducted, that's a whole different conversation. If you like me, you just say, I don't fuck with this. and we move on. But you never need to be threatened by AI's existence when it comes to it doing tasks that it says it can do that you do, or that humans say it can do that you do. So, like myself, I'm an artist. There's many people in the artistic community that absolutely hate AI for many different great reasons that I agree with. But one of the ones that I see that people aren't really talking about is that they feel threatened by its abilities. I see that. When people are saying one thing, but then you can hear something else, and you're like, it's a pattern here. You're scared of it replacing you. If you are a self actualized being, no matter what you do, artist or not, it can't replace you if you understand who you are as a human. Even if the AI does a better job at its job than you, I argue that it still can. Like, if it's better at its craft than you are because it has access to so many references and it's able to draw from so many pieces of, I guess you can call it inspiration, even though it's not inspired or it can't be inspired. Or again, let's play devil's advocate. Let's say it can be inspired. It still can't replicate your humanity and your understanding of who you are and your unique perspective. It just can't. So the people who are threatened by it, I understand it, but you don't need to be, because a self-actualized being is so chill about everything around them because they realize that they're the ones who are in control at the beginning and end of the day, no matter what's going on in this world. Like, even when it comes down to politics and everything, like, I turn up when it comes to politics. You're going to see me running very sophisticated campaigns in order to get the people riled up, because that's what I believe a true artist is. A true artist, like, for real, like, really stands behind something and then is willing to put their life on the line in order to propagate that message so that humanity can become or be healed. I really believe that. And if an AI is trying to create something to put out into the world to help people uh, be inspired, I don't know if it'll ever do that. But even if it did that, it can't run a sophisticated campaign, bro. It really can't. It can market itself and do all kind of stuff, but it can't rally people in real time, in real life, real humans, and unify them and get them to achieve something in life, especially politically. It can't do it. It can't do it, bro. It cannot do it. How can it do it? Even if robots were here right now, like, I know there's robots. I get it. But I'm talking about like movie level robots and beyond, like walking the street, doing life with human beings, right? Even mating, I guess you can call it, with human beings, right? Let's say we were that integrated with robots. Um, it still can't rally the people together and make them feel more human and go after one thing and accomplish something. Like, I'm watching people over here in Albania and Tirana hold their government accountable, and they are setting the example for what the world should be doing. Like, they're actually doing it. All the things that I've ever dreamed of as somebody who absolutely enjoys politics, and I'm not talking about like the charade of politics. Like, no, I love the deepest rabbit holes of politics. The deepest rabbit holes with understanding that we live in Plato's allegory of the cave and that this is all an illusion. This is a game ran by puppet masters. Like, I love the deepest layers. I love having existential crises, if that's how you say it. I love that feeling. And then I love putting together ideas in my mind in order to combat that exact thing. I'm watching Albanians do that, a small group of people do that in a city and be consistent. And they're probably going to get the results that they want or somewhere close to it. They really are. Like, these niggas are out here. And a robot could never, ever, ever, even if it manifested itself physically and try to rally the people, could never get the people to do that, because that is a very human thing. The humans in Albania realize that they are people who have the power to shift the dynamic of their land and to hold their government accountable. A robot could never, ever do that for them. It could help them with the information. It could present the information to them and say, this is the research that I just conducted in 0.2 seconds. Here you go. Do with it what you want. And at that point, it's the human being's job to pick that message up and to see it, all this information, conduct their own research beyond the AI. And I don't mean like more research than the AI. I don't think we could do that. No. But conduct research based off of their unique perspective and come to a unique conclusion and then rally the people together. I think that that is the only way that an artificial intelligence can play a significant role in helping humanity become unified. But the only reason why that would happen is because a human being ran a specific prompt through the AI to get it to even do that, to conduct that research for them, right? So at the beginning and end of the day, the human reigns superior because the human is the only being that can self-actualize. The animals can't even do that shit. And we are animals as well. But I'm talking about like the animal kingdom below us. They can't even do that. Nobody can do that. Like actually just pay attention to the world and who human beings are. Human beings have the ability to cause the greatest atrocities. On the flip side, because it's the law of polarity, human beings have the ability to create something so profoundly beautiful to help develop the world. Like the exact opposite of a genocide, human beings can do. That means give life. That means create life. That's like when you step into this perspective that I have here, you realize that there is no true threat once you self-actualize. You have to self-actualize. You have to. Because even with that, when you look at all the horrible things that are happening on Earth, and when you look at the development of AI and how it's even taking from the Earth, it's a problem that we have to address. I'm not saying we don't hold motherfuckers accountable. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm saying the exact opposite of that. However, what you realize is that you, as a self-actualized human being, you have the ability to, again, combat that. You have the ability to actually like step outside of what the narrative is and just simply say, oh, this is a threat to humanity and to nature and all this stuff, but it's not a threat to my identity. It's not a threat to what I'm capable of. It's just not, because it could never be me. I have a specific role in this life, and that role is going to be fulfilled no matter what, because I know who I am. When you have this higher calling and you're tapped into it and you start to really like make sense of it because you're putting in the reps and you're, moving forward every day, you get so close to it, and then eventually you grasp it and you realize like life can't go on without me actually doing this thing. Like, so many synchronicities happen in the universe in order for me to get here. And it's happened to other people who have done this great thing in their life too. Other people who have self-actualized and have utilized their gifts and abilities like to do something very special. It happens to all of us. It's the only time we're in real deep communication with the universe and can actually hear it, can actually like feel it and experience it for real on a real level. Like it's very tangible. I'm not just talking about some woo-woo. I'm talking about like the real deal. When you realize that, you're like, dang, there's a reason why I'm here. I don't know how long I'm going to be here in this lifetime. It's not up to me, I don't think. Like, I can make decisions. I can eat healthy. I can do certain things, keep myself alive, not do stupid stuff like get on the edge of this building right here and try to climb up it. Like, no, that's just dumb as hell, in my opinion. When you're somebody who's just like walking in your purpose and you're doing it responsibly, and you have this goal in mind, this objective to help the world, the universe speaks to you so much and gives you confirmation that you are in the right place at the right time. You start to see numbers, certain patterns, and meet certain people on your journey. Things just start happening to you that you can't explain, that are beyond your, how can I say, like your ability to actually manifest. Like, what I mean by that is like certain things had to happen over here, over there, over there, over there, had to have happened back then, and something is happening in the future in order for me to be right here at this moment doing this exact thing. And only you can see that. You can communicate it to other people and they could be like, wow. But you're the only one who's actually in the seat experiencing it. Like, you're the experiencer, you're the observer. And you're like, no, no, I've analyzed this a billion times. This is special. I did not really do this. I just walked forward, realizing who I am and what I'm supposed to do. And the universe, like, opened the door for me. A lot of people don't receive these messages and stuff from the universe, and they are skeptical about it because they simply don't take the first steps forward, and they don't keep going. Especially, they won't keep going. So they're not in communication, they're not in community with the universe in that way. They don't even know the language of the universe. It's a language. You know, when I'm walking around in Albania right now, a lot of things I can't understand. I can understand a couple of words, and I can say like 3 or 4 words. I, for the most part, need people to help me with speaking English to me. But I'm trying to really understand them so that when I step out one day, I'm like, oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. But right now, I get the silent language. There's a silent language that's spoken here, and I get it because I was raised on those same principles. I grew up believing a lot of these same things because I speak to some of the locals and we get to talking in English about deeper concepts, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's me. And when I'm walking around and looking at how they conduct themselves, I'm like, that's the silent language that we share. So we don't have to say anything to one another. We get it. And here we are. That's it. That's it. And many people don't understand the universe in that way. So therefore, they're not living in their purpose. And they're threatened by silly things like AI. And I'm just not, because I speak the language of the universe. And the language of the universe, or I should say, the message that the universe is speaking to me is letting me know you are far beyond anything that's created in this life that doesn't have anything to do with humanity. You're far greater than objects and tools. That's you as well. That's you. And I hope that you come to that realization. And if you did while listening to this video, it's time to really do something with it. Like, full force, go after what you were born to do in order to combat systems of oppression, whether it's artificial intelligence and all kind of other political schemes that are being ran on humanity in order to benefit the 1%, the elite. Fuck out of here. You are the change. It's you. And people who colonize this world don't realize that. They've tapped into some kind of power to realize that they can colonize. I'll give them that. But they don't realize their true humanity, and they don't understand that we all share this experience and that this world can only spin with us playing our significant role in order to better one another. That's what they've missed. Stupid asses. You go in the opposite direction. You go do the thing that's going to better my life and the people around you. Think about me. Think about them. Don't think so much about yourself. The only time I really want you to think about yourself is when you're self-reflecting and realizing the tweaks that you can make to your character and your perspective in order to help people even more. That's the only thing that really, really matters when it comes to you and how you conduct your life. If you live your life like that, you will be rewarded. You will be greatly rewarded. All the things that you think that you want, you'll have that and more, just like I do right now. I do. I have everything. I have the family that I want. I eat delicious and nutritious food, so I have great health. I exercise. I'm in the location I want to be in. I have a scenic view that inspires me. I have the tools that I need in order to create the content and deliver the message to you. I have my craft as an artist. I have my unique clothing in order to express myself the way that I want to. I got the shit that I need, bro. And it's not all this crazy luxury. It's the basics that I need in order to do what I'm supposed to do in this lifetime, because I know what I'm supposed to do. Therefore, I can declutter all the distractions and get to the basics so that I can do these things quicker. That's what it's about. Figure out what your thing is, and when you do, simplify it and keep simplifying it so that you can do it efficiently and go and change the world. You got this. Fuck AI.